What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. This video is part one in a series of coffee tech. Alright, if you don't like coffee, then this probably won't interest you too terribly much. But hey, stick around. Maybe if you watch this, your interest in coffee might grow. Also, we've got a couple other videos in this series to talk about some really cool coffee tech. Okay? So, I know this may not appeal to you. I'm going to put some other tech stuff and style stuff in between these videos. So it's not going to be like bang, 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 3 in a row coffee. So stick around. This just, skip this one if coffee's not your thing. This video we're going to be taking a look at Fellowes Stagg electric kettle. Now, you say, how's an electric kettle tech? Because everything about this kettle screams tech. It even has a built-in video game while you wait for your cup to brew. How cool is that? Yeah, if you didn't know this, you can play Wormy on this kettle. Yeah, exactly. See, I told you, it's got tech. It's got coffee. It's got to be good. So, let's go ahead and delve right into the kettle itself. Fellowes, very cool. It's got a weight balanced handle, actually. It's very ergonomic too, by the way. Everything about this kettle just screams high quality. Precision pour spout, nice metal, aluminum metal. The lid, it's got vent holes in here. As you can see, there they are. Very, very nice, high quality kettle. Now, I do have some filtered water in here, and just nice looking kettle. Now, let's move this aside. Let's look at the base. So I've got this plugged in. We have an LED display here, or LCD display, I guess. Your one button to rule them all. And then on the back, there's two switches. There's a Celsius and Fahrenheit, and there's a hold button, which basically says, get to my temperature and keep it there for like an hour. Okay, so this thing can maintain a temperature that you tell it. So it keeps your water at that temperature. Maybe you're brewing tea and you want to come back and you want to refill. Boom. It's going to be at that tea temperature that you need it to still be at, which is just kick butt. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a pour over. So also in this video, look at this. You're going to learn not only about Fellowes' awesome freaking kettle here, you're going to learn how to make a pour over. Okay? So let's go ahead and get this bad boy prepped up. So we're just going to power it on, and you can see this little screen turns on, and it says set, and it's set for 212, which for me is fine. We don't want to boil it, so I think boiling is what, 220? I can't remember. So we're going to go under boiling at 212 degrees. Now you can see this thing is getting the gauge here. What's the temperature of the current water? So it's now leveled out about 54. And 55, 56, 57. What? Yeah, this thing's heating. Can you hear it? I can't either. So it's actually warming water. 63, 65. Okay, while that's doing that, we're trying to get to 212. Let's go ahead. Now I've got this little coffee thermos. Now what you do is, this coffee thermos keeps your grind or your beans protected from air. So we're just going to dump, well, you know what, let's hold on. We're going to have to prep this filter first for a pour over, right? You don't want that paper taste. So once this gets a little hotter, we'll go ahead and prime this filter basically, and we'll dump that water. So we want to get rid of the papery taste. Now I do use unbleached filters, just because, bleached filters, which are white, can alter your flavor of your coffee. And then also, I don't know, what kind of bleach residue is left behind that you're putting in your body. So it's always safer to get the brown, unbleached filters. They're more natural. But we're going to try to get rid of the paper. Now you can hear this starting to heat up. The water's maybe coming to a little bit of a boil. Now I'm going to show you how to play Wormy on this too, but we can't do it while it's brewing. Okay, we've got to get it to where we've got our coffee brewed. Let's just see. Can we play Wormy while it's brewing? So to engage the Wormy game, you're going to flip the Celsius and Fahrenheit button several times. And no, it won't engage while it's brewing. We're at 129. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's talk about the pour over method. So I've got this Haro, I don't know. I'll have a link in the show notes for this, but this is a really kick butt pour over thing, and an accompanying little kettle here that it's, again, this is Hario, I don't know. So we're gonna create enough coffee for more than a cup. I've actually measured this already with my ground, and the ground you can do, I'd say medium. Don't go fine. Fine is more for the espresso and stuff like that. So go more medium to coarse for your grind on your pour over. And again, it's best to just get whole bean. Hopefully you've got a burr grinder of some kind. Fellow actually does sell a kick butt grinder. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have it here. I don't own it. But we're at 173. See how quickly this thing's heating up? It's a fast kettle. So you know, grind right before. Use filtered water. It's best to use cold filtered water, and that's really, you know, some of the hidden secrets on how to do a really good pour over. Now we're at about 200, so I'm just going to run this and then we'll put it back on here while I rinse this out. So we're just going to get this filter good and wet, run it through, let that continue to heat up. Alright, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go dump this water. This will hit 212 while we're away. It's almost at 200, 197, 198. There we go. We'll be right back. And we're back. 209. This is what your filter should look like. Okay, it's now rinsed. We've got rid of the water. Let's dump in our grinds. Good. Kind of smooth them out. So we've got something that looks like this. Did I get all that? Didn't feel like I got it all. There's a little more in there. Oh, just a little more. There we go. Okay. So it's very important on your first pour. So we're just going to take this and we're going to do what they call a blooming process. So we're just going to go a little bit of water, kind of a little bit of just get the grinds all nice and soaking. And now you can see these bubbles, hopefully. Let's bring it over closer to the camera. These are blooming. So the water and the beans are interacting, and this is a blooming process, and we're getting some coffee down at the very base of it. So what you want to do is let this blooming process kind of take it a little bit of its time here and go through and do this blooming. And as soon as it's kind of done with the dripping here and everything, we're going to do a first pass in a circular motion. It doesn't matter which way you go, clockwise, counterclockwise, or whatever. We're just going to do that. And it's getting close to being done. It's still dripping a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and go through this in a circular. Now I'm going to go clockwise, and we're going to cover every inch of the grounds with water, circular, and I start from the outside in. And this precision pour spout makes this a very easy process. Now while it's doing that, let's flip Fahrenheit, Celsius, Fahrenheit, Celsius, Fahrenheit, Celsius, Fahrenheit, Celsius. Quicker, 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 quicker. We're not getting wormy to load up, so maybe I have to actually kill the heating process. So we'll power it off. And let's take this off the base. Maybe that's the big problem. And now we'll let it boot. And now we'll do this. And we got Wormy. There we go. And Wormy's playing. So what we do is we try to direct Wormy. He's that little, oh, Wormy loses. This is your joystick in this matter. And what you're trying to do in the quickest amount of time is have Wormy go eat these little I don't even know what they call it. Look at this effect. That's kind of cool. Look at that. Looks like a Sarlacc pit of coffee. If you're a Star Wars fan, you got that. So we're going to go ahead and start from the outside again. And that's going to bring all of it to the middle. There we go. Smells amazing. Getting that precision pour. Now if I were to lock that button on the right end, this would stay at 212 for 60 minutes. It would just keep heating it up until it stayed at that temperature. And when I pick it up and pour, and I put it back, that timer resets. So it's going to continue to keep that. So what you want to make sure is don't run it dry and keep it running on that, okay? That would be very bad. Alright. Getting close to having some good coffee from this nice fellow kettle. Now, another thing, this just looks awesome. No one's going to complain that you're going to leave this out on the kitchen cabinet or counter because this thing just looks luxurious. I mean, it's got that nice luxury, classy, stylish look that's going to not offend anybody when it's sitting on your kitchen countertops. So it's a really, you can either have a kettle that sits on your stove and you brew stuff on, like a tea kettle or something like that, or you can have this bad boy, and it'll tell you the dang temperature, and you can get precision temperature, and you could keep it at that temperature going forward. That isn't going to be offered by anything you can throw on the stove. And there are kettles out there from other different brands, Cuisinart, stuff like that, that can do the same thing, and they're probably cheaper, but you get what you pay for. And Fellows is a very good, high quality brand. So if you're a coffee lover, then this is a no-brainer to go out to Fellows website, not only for their grinder, their kettles, just check out what they have to offer. I don't think you're going to be disappointed by any means. And let's see, for the amount of grounds, I'm just about to where I need to be for what I want coffee-wise in my kettle. Do that. And that should get us pretty close. And so we're going to use this precision coffee cup. So again, if you're a coffee lover, check the links in the show notes. I'll have a link to this bad boy. This is like the way this cup is designed. It's going to get you the most aesthetics, not only aroma, but flavor-wise, in the way that this cup is designed for a coffee lover. So let's go ahead and we'll keep this above so we don't drip, and we're going to pour. Trying to do the two things at once, save a little time. There we go. This thing isn't quite done, so I don't want to make a mess. And there we have a grandiose pour over cup of coffee. Let's do the smell. Oh man, does that not smell good. And the taste. Oh yeah, that is very, very good. And the coffee I actually used is a Trade Coffee subscription, and so I'll have a link in the show notes for a Trade Coffee membership. And if you're not familiar with Trade Coffee, you can go once a month, twice a month, even more, depending on how heavy you hit the coffee. But I get every 2 weeks a bag of whole beans from a roaster across the United States. And they profile what you like. So if you like dark coffee, medium coffee, light coffee, whatever, and you can rate the coffees. But if you say, hey, I like light coffees, they're going to steer light coffees to you. You're not going to get a dark. Okay? Trade Coffee, amazing. You get to try many different roasters that you wouldn't normally get to try. One, because you just don't know about them. Two, because you just can't travel there. Or maybe you just don't want to pay shipping from ordering direct. But it's an amazing program. I highly recommend it. I've been on it for over a year now. They've actually interviewed me to see how about improving their service, and they listen to their customers. So I highly recommend. And you're supporting the roasters of the United States that put time and effort, and that's their livelihood. So I highly recommend it. And we're going to take one more sip of this. Amazing coffee. And I'll even put a link if you're interested for the serving board. So what a lot of times I do is I will put my kettle, my cup. This has a lid. Make sure you get the pour spout in there, and you're good to go. All right. We'll bring this to the forefront. How would you like to have this served to you in bed or right when you wake up in the morning? Grandiose looking display coffee to start your day. Again, check the show notes for links for everything, hopefully, that you see in this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned. There will be more cool coffee tech. And you're not going to want to miss some of them, because some of them double for beer. Oh yeah. Good stuff. Subscribe, hit that little notification bell so you'll get notified when we release the next video in this series, or any video for that matter. Again, like, subscribe, feel free to share, and as always guys, thanks for watching, and have a good one.